from Bungoma, Gongwa, MONBASA, MVITA. Yes, you remember in the past videos, we talked about the name of Mombasa. And the name of Mombasa means war. Its first name was Gongwa, be it. Then MONBASA, war, but we call it Mombasa, the town. But the real original name was MONBASA, war. And it was a town that once was under Sheikh MVITA, a warrior sheikh. So it is war, war, war. Why am I talking about war? Today, Kenya mourns a great warrior. A warrior like no other. A warrior who has fought with the system, who the system has oppressed at times. He didn't give up. No. He's fought to the very end. He has been a warrior. Vocal in anything that oppresses the citizens of his country. Born in a good family, people would have expected him to just relax and have it because it was there. But he didn't do that. No. He did not fight against any individual. He fought against the oppressive states that have been there within the system. He was put in jail for 7 years, but it did not deter him. Yes, this is a great warrior. Kenya mourns a great warrior. Salute to the king of war, Jacom, Roth, Ward Bondo, Jaramogi, Raila Oginga, Sibor Manganga, Joey Kenya Joey. We have lost a warrior. But even in warfare, when a general falls, the battle continues. This has not been a battle against any tribe, no. We are 42 tribes. We remain united as Kenyans. This has not been a fight against any president, no. The presidents got the system. We have only been late in changing the system. And that's why the system has been biting into us. It is difficult for any president to rule in peace because the system will keep biting at him. Yes, he fought the system. When people could not dare, Jacom stood tall. Jacom challenged the system. A great warrior. Jacom, a warrior. Sibor, a warrior. You fought. There was some oppressions from the system. Not an individual, the system. Because the system that had been set there was a system to work for the colonial rule at that time. It was to better them. Now, when we took it, we were not fast in changing it. So it now oppressed us. And this man, this warrior, with others, said no. We shall stand against the system. Sabasaba they went. And we were afraid. Wow. Were they going to lead the country into chaos? We thought, what are they doing? But eventually, out of that struggle, 2A was repealed. Kenya could be a multi-party state. Thanks to him and many others, you have fought the war. You have fought the war. You are a warrior. You are MVITA. Salute to the warrior. Jacob, we shall not forget, in the presence of the systems, there came a time when we could not decide what was what, because the system still kept us confused on what was happening. And there was a time when the country was almost burning. And people thought Kenya had lost it. We turned against one another. But in came a United Nations Secretary, yes, Kofi Annan, and the others who were with him, and helped us find our balance, our bearing. Kenya was one again. Changes kept being made. And yes, he fought against anything that he felt was oppressive to the system, regardless of the monetary status. He fought for change. He fought for true liberty. He fought so that the country of Kenya would grow. I remember when he was still fighting as a young man, there was also another young man who felt the oppression of the system. And it was difficult those days to win an election if you are not part of the system. Another young man, another young warrior went against the system. And for the first time, against the system, he won the MPship of Eldoret. Was it MPship? Yeah, the MPship. A member of party against the system. And everybody went against the system. They didn't go against a person. Where the system was oppressive, they talked. He was a leading man. Standing ovation, Jacob, I salute you. You are a great warrior. Salute from a fellow Kenyan warrior who has just started. You were a great warrior. All the time during politics, we look at, what is the young warrior saying? And when things went wrong, he went against the system. He did not spare anybody. And they teamed up with others. Changes were made up to where we are now. Yes, we may complain, but most of the excesses, most of the things have been watered down. Nobody can be perfect, but the system still oppresses us and also oppresses those in leadership because they are not able to attain whatever they are supposed to attain, and those who vote them are always left bewildered. What is this? Is this what we wanted? But with the resilience of Kenyans, we have always kept the peace. Kenyans keep the peace. We are peace-loving. This is God's nest. Yes. The Hebrews, I was told by somebody that Kenya means God's nest. Yeah, God's nest. Why am I saying this? I was talking about the history of the rest of the world, and there was a time when I stumbled. Came to the history of Aksum. How did I come to the history of Aksum? I was wondering how people in Israel saying they were taking some of their brothers from Ethiopia here. Ethiopia? And then, in the process, I stumbled on a kingdom that stretched up to India. Oh, it went up to the north of those places. Aksum kingdom, a big kingdom. Aksum, a kingdom that ruled. Yes, a warrior with the heart of an Aksum king warrior. Jacob, we salute you. Rest in peace. Yes, your spirit will stay with us, will remain with us. A general has fallen, but the warriors continue. The fight continues. Fight for change, fight for system, fight for a better life. I was preparing for something and then thought it would not be in order. If MVITA cannot remember a great MVITA, this was a great MVITA, one of the greatest MVITA. Yes, MVITA is a fighter, a warrior. Jacob, we salute you. Kenyans are following in your footsteps. Where there are changes, we shall go for them as Kenyans. We shall talk to our leaders. Yes, we shall tell them, we know the system does not favor you and does not favor us, but let's get together, change the system for our good. I had prepared something, a summary of what I had been talking about, the kingdoms of Egypt. I have not covered those of North Africa. And it was very interesting because I stumbled against things that I didn't know existed. I prepared something about the kingdom of Egypt, or Kemet, the land of the black, the land of the black, and the land of the black kings. Yes. And please allow me now to salute the greatest man that amongst the greatest men, because there have been other great men too, I will not overlook that Kenya has ever produced. Jacob, you are a warrior. We would have wished that you lived longer to help us more, guide us more, teach us more with your fellow warriors. But Jacob, when God decides there's nothing we can do, we wish you peace and a good place in heaven. God be with you. We shall always remember a great warrior. Bodbondo, Sibor Manganga, Jacob, Raila Amolo Odinga, we salute you. Rest in peace, great warrior. Rest in peace, Vita. Yes, you have fought the war. You have won the country lots of changes. But the war is not over. The other left generals and other warriors, true Kenyan warriors, who we all are, in the field, are still waging war. They are MVITAs waging war for the betterment of this country, for changes in this country. We shall not destroy Kenya, no. But we shall not also spare the system and those in the system, and us too, because we are also part of the problem. I'm going to read something I had prepared before this, but I thought it wise to talk about Jacob. I will talk about something I will put on top of this topic. There is a mask of Tutankhamun, one of the best leaders that Egypt had. There is the reconstruction of the face of Menapta, a great warrior and a great ruler. Yes, there is Jacob himself. There is Saba Saba. There is a flamingo, which shows that, like a phoenix, we shall rise again. We are rising again. We are rising again. We are God's nest. Yes, there is a buffalo. Yeah. Jacob would charge like a buffalo. He was a warrior, a great warrior. We salute you, Jacob, a great warrior. Rest in peace. Allow me now to introduce my topic for today. Madness of defining normality into reality. In brackets, Jesus warrior class, close the brackets. As my saying goes, this world is not the way you see it. This world is not the way you see it. Sometimes defining normalcy into reality is a source of madness. For instance, what is this mad man talking about? The apple falling down from a tree. Isn't this man mad? Where else is this apple supposed to fall if not under the tree? A man many would have considered mad asked this question about the normality, and everybody laughed. Look at that madman. Where else is it supposed to fall? It can't fall up. It goes down. He dared normalcy. And today, we uplift him as a great man because he dared question normality at its best. Sir, knighted by the queen, sir. Again, sir. Isaac Newton became the man to be found by gravity. Found? Oh, he didn't discover it. He realized that it was always with us. And like his name, Isaac, in Hebrew, laughter, it was laughing at everybody. So he gave it a new tone. Oh, Newton? He gave it a new tone. He toned it, or named it, gravity. Why? Gravity or grab? And it is heavy. He was able to grab it. Now we all always laugh at ourselves and say, this guy just grabbed it and gave it a new tone. That was the gravity of the issue that time. As if that madness was not enough, he took a prism. Of course, it gives us a beautiful color. What was wrong with this madman? A prism is supposed to give the colors of the bow that the rain makes. So what's the big deal? Madman at his theatrics again? Yes. He questions normalcy. And again, he defined its reality. It was just a ghost of the light on the wall. What? A ghost. He named it spectre, meaning there are no colors, but the ghost of light. Talking of this is a man who fought for us. He wanted to change the system. He actually helped in changing the system. But we left him with a spectre, with the ghost of the colors. He did not completely bring the light he intended to, but he fought. Though we left him with a spectre, a ghost of the light, he never gave up. He never gave up. Like a true warrior, he never gave up. Spectre it was, but he fought. What's a spectre? The 7 colors. What are they? No, it's not a light, but it's the ghost of a light, a spectre. He proved it. That is Isaac Newton now. He got mad again, colored a disc with the 7 colors of the rainbow, and voila! The ghost disappeared when he rotated it. It was light again. Those who are there, those are the hell. This man fought. A warrior fought, wanting to give it the light, to spin that disc, so that the ghost of the colors mix up to give us the light. He didn't quite manage to spin the disc completely, but he fought. Though we left the spectres, he put them on the disc. Now, shall we leave the disc with the spectre? No, we shall spin the disc. It was light, the disc. When we were learning, we learned about Aten. That was the one who said the man was, that was the god, the sun god. Aten was it. The question of the light ghost had been given the curtain. And that is where he was leading us. He's leading us. Even though his life, the curtains have been drawn now. The acting is still on the stage. We have to spin the disc until light again appears. Let's get out the spectre. What was this man trying to define to the world? That at the end of this light, when he got his watch, which he had left when he was experimenting with this, time is of the essence. When he got the watch, which he had left behind the ghost of light, the spectre of light, he realized the watch was hot. So what was this? It had heated up. He realized that the watch was hot, heated. He turned that reaction in inferences to the red code. Yes, the red code of Rahab on the wall of Jericho. Red code. Rescue. Yes. Kenyans and even the leaders have been praying, calling for rescue from the system. The red code that Rahab put out of the window so that those who came invading would not kill her and the family. Yes, the Kenyans are calling the red code of Rahab. Yes, the infrared light was what was laughing at him. Newton, he turned it infrared. It had discovered his watch, and not him discovering it. Because all along it was with him. He did not discover it. It had discovered him. So, the ability is in our leaders, in memory of a great foreign warrior. Yes, a warrior who deserves a standing ovation. It has been watching for him from the walls of Jericho. Yes, the red coat, the infrared, the heat. It was watching at him from the walls of Jericho, like a lizard watches from a wall. Yes. This supposed madman theorized, if a cannon strong enough is used, what will happen? You will shoot and keep shooting and keep shooting, and when you shoot it far enough, he came with the discovery that gravity or grab it or gravity will keep that cannonball going round and round, and it will keep falling, and it will never fall on earth. He realized it will be a satellite. Yes, a small world going around a big world. What? The moon? Or a moon? Yes, a moon and Ra. The atom or disk. Who are these people you are describing? They were keen in the sky and called what was going around NASA. What? NASA. National Aeronautical Space Agency, or NASA in Kiswahili, meaning grab it or gravity or gravity. They moved the capital from Amun. Amun? Or Armana. Is it Mana? Oh! To Memphis. Land of Kemet. Egypt. The snake, Omweri, died in a museum. Or the snake park. There was a snake. That area. We were told that snakes are, no, snake in Jewish means something that gives wisdom in the real Torah, something that gives a healing. But we were sold the other interpretation. It is an evil thing. No, that's what it meant. A snake. It was not free. Once it roamed through Aksum, all of Aksum. Now the snake that spits heat to the sea is under siege. Another snake. The fire from the river is beyond reach. Tutmosis was a great leader from Armana. He ruled. People saw Tutmosis III, the most progressive time in the land of Kemet or Egypt. The places he conquered. Go up to the Hittite areas. We are going up to which river? Up there. Up to the Russian place, I think. Up to the Greek place, I think. Because there were other kingdoms that were dealing with Songhai, Libya, and Libya kingdom had allies from the people of the sea. And Nubia, a big kingdom. And it went up to almost Indian coast. All that Hittite land he ruled. Many people say that Ram of Indrizim may be Ramesses. Ramsey? Ram? The second, Moses of the Bible was thought to be truth. That is thought. I'm not saying is. To be truth, Moses the third. And Buddha or Narendra Gautama is thought also to be Krishna. And who is Krishna? Krishna or the Christ, God with us. Who is Isa? The wandering priest that took that took Armana from Kemet or Egypt, or the Granite Sahib, that priest, or what do we call him? Isa, the wandering priest, to Matan, India, subcontinent. The Hittite Empire, which went up to the Volga, there, up there. That's my take. I'm not saying historical from all the inferences that I've been making. Don't accuse me of changing history. Hey. The Volga River and Nubia Kingdom, which went over the northern, over the Mediterranean. Names like Sunni, Songhai. We had Sunni and we have Sunni Muslims. Strike a balance. Musa and Muhammad Askia. Strike a note in your mind with Prophet Muhammad or something like that. All these people had great visions for their people. The Libyans and their allies, the sea people, means across to Europe. We have all waited for Armana, or what was called the Garden of Eden, where manna was eaten. The town of Armana, or our Atlantis, or the magical kingdom. Yes, Tutmosis the third, being brought up by the mother, or Hatshepsut. Sometimes it almost goes like the Bible, Jacquelith and Asa. Kingdom that kept God's people happy. Yes, an attainment of the topmost goodness for the people. That left people with a craving for a king like Tutmosis the third. And yes, it's the craving we have for those who are there. The world still craves for change. This madness is from this mad warrior, as we remember, a fallen warrior that has given all his. My madness about these things, putting Africa into perspective. Not that the history puts it that way, but from what you grab, small here, small there, that is a picture. He kept the peace in Kenya without a doubt. Kenyans ask, who will be like Asa or Isa? To be brought up with a Jacquelith, a mother who will show him love for the citizens, love for his people, to give the Kenyan people and the rest of the world a vision of Armana. Shall we give the country prosperity, or shall we kill the snakes? Fire from the water in a snake that carries liquid fire, and a snake that glides on iron. Shall the Kemet leaders of Egypt, our black land. Spin the 7 colors of the disk or aten to give us a light, or shall we remain in the rainbow, in the spectre, in the ghost of Armana? History will tell us, it tells, if you will give, God will remember. You will be in the people's hearts. They will remember you. Give God's nest prosperity. Don't live with us an illusion. The madman is trying to define normalcy into reality. Shall it be business as usual? Welcome to the world of reality. After we mourn this great man, his struggle should not mean a spectre. Don't let his struggles be a spectre. It should not be seen and felt like the infrared heat. The world cries for that Tutankhamun. The world cries for Tutmosis. Shall we see Jacolith's upbringing or Hatshepsut's qualities in you, our Kemet leaders? Wangari said, Mother Earth is so unforgiving. Remember Wangari Maathai of the conservation fame? We mourn Ruth, but you have to reach for Armana like Tutmosis or Tut did. Let us only see the spectra. Don't let us only see the spectra or the Armana of Atlantis. Give us Armana. And don't move to Memphis. Remember, your memory at one time will go into history, either as a Tutmosis, the third, or as a Ramses, the second. What do you choose? All world religions thrive on this notion, and so do Kenyans. Don't let it be business as usual. For the honor of Ruth fighter, because he was a king in war. Give us Armana. He left us the spectra. Spin the disc, or spin the wheel. That's what the young men say. Like a disc jockey. Give us Atlantis, if not Armana. Leaders of Kemet. Kemet, not Kematit, Kemet. I confuse Kemet, black leaders. Leaders of Kemet. Hear this madman and define reality from normalcy. Define reality from normalcy. It should not be business as usual. Go for reality. Wilbaro Pusha and others, give us Armana. That is what Kenyans are asking for. Like that fallen hero, he was for Armana. The others who are there also, what Kenyans want. Initiate the necessary changes in the system. Give us Armana. That is all we ask for. We are not against any of you. We are not against any tribe. Change the system. It hurts you, it hurts us. That is what the fallen great man was fighting for. As we remember him, let's remember, people will remember you like Tutmosis III, or like what? Ramses II, who wanted to be worshipped. Whatever choices you make, the people are looking at you. But also the people will not stop. They will demand. So why not cooperate with the people to give them Armana? In respect to the fallen hero, all we beg for, all we ask for, revive the snakes, revive the rest. Give us our manna. Give us our manna. Kenya be blessed. Our leaders be blessed. Jacob, God give you peace in heaven. God be with you in your journey. We salute you. But for those that are still with us, we want our manna. We want manna. Give us that prosperity. That's my take for now.